Welcome to Marriage 360 podcast, where we take a full circle look at life, love, and marriage. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about the topics of hobbies in marriage.
Do we have hobbies in our family?
We have a few.
We have a few,
Yes.
and they're not the same.
No.
And they both require us to do some adjusting on behalf of the other.
Yes, mine does not require any camo, any dressing incognito.
No.
Yours does.
Yes. So
Right.
if you were to summarize your hobbies or main hobby, what would you say is that? What is your main hobby or
One
hobbies?
of my main hobbies would be my girls at home, my sweet Tilly Grace and Maggie May.
Your
My
dogs.
My
Your
dogs.
dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have middle names. Yep.
They do,
Yep.
which is Tilly Grace
and
Maggie
Maggie May.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. I have two dogs because I have one wife.
Yes.
And your eyes roll every time I say that.
Well, because you have to endure the dogs because you love me so much.
Well, you love your dogs.
I do love my dogs.
And I've had men say to me, hey, I told my wife, me or the dogs. And I said, I would never ask my wife that question. I would never give her the
Smart
option.
man.
I would never give the
Smart
option
man.
because I'm afraid of what you might say if I ever said, hey, it's me or the dogs. I would never bring that up. My hobbies are I like to lift weights.
Right.
So that's a daily effort, journey to the gym, probably an hour and a half every day of our time
Yeah.
that I go do something. And then I do like to hunt.
Yes, you do.
And that involves travel. That involves expenses.
Yes.
It's not a cheap hobby.
No.
It also involves creatures hanging on our wall in the house. So yeah, how have we navigated hobbies, being that they're somewhat vastly different? How have we navigated that in your estimation?
Well, I mean, in all fairness, when we were dating, when I met you, I mean, you had a dog.
I did.
You did. Her name was Sheba.
Yeah.
And she was amazing.
Yep.
And so, I mean, who am I to know that that's at the time not one of your hobbies? I don't know.
So I represented a guy who would have dogs my whole life.
Yes.
Okay.
You absolutely did.
Well, then I am
You
responsible.
advertised that I'm a guy who likes dogs.
I advertised that I'm a guy that likes dogs. We lived out in the country, and that dog
Yes.
ran free.
Yes.
It would come back with rabbits in its mouth and everything else.
Squirrels.
Squirrels, rabbits.
We would also, am I allowed to say shoot?
Yeah.
With the 22 off the back porch?
Yeah, we'd shoot guns.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
So I advertised myself as somebody who enjoyed some of your hobbies.
Was into shooting.
And it was fun.
So we have navigated the road of different hobbies, from maybe just allowance or support. How would you
Yeah,
categorize
I mean,
it
you
for
have
other
to
people?
make space for people and what they enjoy doing. I mean, obviously when someone is relaxed and at peace because they've been able to spend time doing what they enjoy, whether it's being outdoors, whether it's playing pickleball, reading a good book, watching a good movie, shopping, just window looking, shopping. I mean, if that invigorates a person and helps them to relax, then they're just going to be that much more relaxed in the relationship and when you're around them. We all live a life of stress to some certain level, and having hobbies is a good way to relieve that stress. I will say people that own dogs
Live
or pets
longer.
in general live longer.
They do.
Yes,
And they're happier.
and they're happier.
That's a proven fact scientifically,
It is.
according to the Becky Medical
No,
magazine
I'll have to pull up the scholarly article, but I'm pretty sure it's out there.
that you help write.
That I helped write. Well, it's true.
No,
for me.
there's a soothing factor in the companionship side
Sure.
of it. I don't oppose the dogs.
You're jealous of the dogs a little bit,
I
I'd
can
have
be
to
that.
say.
I
Yeah.
can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am at times.
confession
I am.
time.
Well, because I'm like I need this time, and you're like petting the dog. I'm like, can you not pet me? I mean, what's wrong with this conversation? So my hobbies on the hunting side and the weightlifting side, they take time.
Yeah.
They involve sometimes lengthy trips or things for hunting.
Yeah.
Or an hour and a half a day at the gym. So
But
in which
you've
it gives
said
you
that
time with
that's
your dogs.
Yeah, but I know. But you've said for you, like those type of hobbies for you are really like your therapy.
They are.
When you can,
Gym is mental health.
yeah, it's
So
mental health.
when we were dating and getting married, obviously I was wrapping up some athletics in my life, and then I kind of quit the gym business. I kind of got on the heavy side
Yeah.
because I do like to eat, and we had lots of nights of watching.
Well, we were happy and young married.
We were eating a lot of pastas and watching Seinfeld episodes.
Yes.
Um,
Pasta was cheap. It still
that's right. We
is.
could afford it.
Yeah.
So we definitely had to journey through that, and then I got into the gym initially, probably late 20s. Started working out to lose some weight.
About the time, did you get in the gym about the time Landon was born?
Yeah,
a
just
little
before our
after?
second son was born, I got back in the gym,
Yeah.
got a little bit leaner, and then I kind of went away from that when we moved to Arkansas. Got away from the gym, kind of got out of shape. I mean, I was in shape, but I just wasn't in very good shape.
Right.
And then got back in the gym, really tied to mental health. It started being really a thing for me of just dealing with stress
Yeah.
and pressure of my occupation. So, and then I got dialed into the gym a lot because of our son, our second son, Landon, who that was a great time for he and I to be together.
To
and so
connect,
he
yeah.
connected in the gym.
And you both like to talk, and you do that in the gym.
And we're both
Lift weights
talkers.
and talk.
Yeah.
To strangers.
I love strangers.
Yeah, not me.
And
I mean, I love people. All
No,
God's
so you bring
people,
that
but-
up because truthfully, the gym for me has always been somewhat of an outlet to find people that might need Jesus that
Well,
I can
sure.
that I can connect with, because I live in a space in which most all my coworkers go to church, the church staff.
Yeah.
Most all the people I know through church go to church. So
Right.
it's been a great place to connect with people who are not believers and try to win them into a relationship with Jesus. So that's been part of it. But I think in the end, when it comes to hobbies, I think you just support the person's desires.
Yeah.
And you do
I mean,
it.
obviously, you talk about budget. I
Right.
mean, if we're going to be practical, you talk about budget, cost of things, and you have to work that out because some hobbies are more expensive. Dogs can be expensive. Usually once or twice a year they're going to the vet. Food. We went for miniature schnauzers. Our first two dogs, Baxter and Nala, were miniature schnauzers, and then we went to baby horses. I mean, we went to Sheepadoodle and Labradoodle, and
So we waited
so
to get
the
older
food
when we
cost
got.
went up, the vet cost went up. I now carry pet insurance because if something happens to
Well,
them.
we're not very smart because we had the small dogs when we were younger and we had kids at the house. Now that we're
Yes.
older, we got the bigger dogs that we both have to work to control.
Right.
So I'm not sure how brilliant we are on
Yeah.
that. We should have the small dogs when we were older and the bigger dogs when we had the kids at the house
Yeah,
still.
I know. But anyway, it's all worked out. It's good.
So,
But you have to budget. You
You
have
do.
to think about those things.
all right. So, and I know the answer to this question. My hobbies versus yours. Which one do you think we spend more money on?
Oh, you're hunting by far.
You think my hobby costs more than your dog's?
I think one of your hunting trips probably costs more than I spend on my dogs in a year or two
Well, it's
or
not
three.
quite. No, it's not quite that bad. But because we just did our taxes a few weeks ago, and I can tell you, it is a fact. It is a fact that my hobby costs more than yours.
Yeah.
That is
for
a
sure.
fact.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a fact.
For sure. Not the gym, the hunting.
No, the gym is pretty ancillary. It's just it's not a
Yeah.
lot, but the hunting part is more expensive for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got a beautiful office, lots of mounts.
But here's what, yes, you do. I have my own audience when I go into your office. There's all these things looking at me on the wall. So no, if we're talking about hobbies and how to support one another too, I've just had this random thought about, because my hobbies are big, both of them about 70 pounds or so. A lot of times, you walk the dogs with me. We spend that time talking
That's great.
and walking with the dogs. And I depend on you to do that sometimes to help me in my hobby. You've asked me to come to the gym with you several times. I have not done that as of late. It's been a long time. So I mean, there's some give and takes with
So
hobbies.
are you offering? Are you going to offer on the podcast in front of everybody watching
No,
and
I'm
listening
making no commitments
that
here
you're
today.
going to go to the gym with me?
I'm going to say that we can do some things to work out and expend energy, whatever
All
that
right.
may look like. But I don't know that I'm going to go hang out in a meathead gym with a bunch of guys.
A bunch of meatheads.
Yeah, a bunch of
All
meatheads.
right. Well, the fun of it is this: the beauty of married life is expanding your limits to somebody else's desires and engagements. And
Right.
so I would not say my life is worse off because of the dogs.
Well, no, and my life is definitely not worse off, but so much better with you going to the gym and being in great shape physically as well as mentally. And then those trips that you take, although they can be long. I mean, sometimes I go see my sister, sometimes I hang out with friends. Every couple needs a little bit of away time from each other. What's that?
They do?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Makes the heart go fonder.
Is that a myth?
I've never believed that. I just were wired differently on that one. So,
Yeah.
well, hobbies are fun, and every marriage needs them, places for outlets.
Sure.
And so I would just challenge any couple that's navigating the hobby approach. I've never understood. I've had people say we want a dog, but my husband won't let us get a dog. I'm like, how does that even work? I don't even know how that even works.
And I'm like you. I've heard that really. I mean, people are very serious about it. Like,
yeah, because
I grew up in a house like that. I mean, my mom snuck a dog into our house, and the funny thing was, she's driving down Route 4 in Hamilton,
And your dad
and my
pulled up
dad.
next
She looks
door.
in her rearview mirror, and my dad's behind her. She starts sweating, bullets because here she's got this dog in the floor, but we had been like, begging for a dog and wanted a dog, and she was a stay-at-home mom, and I think she wanted a dog, and he ended up letting us keep Taffy. So, but there are couples that is a tension point.
It's a divider.
So maybe that's a later podcast where we'll talk about how to
Well,
navigate that
so
when it's a real hard no.
If you think back to our first dog in Arkansas,
Yeah.
Baxter,
You didn't want a dog.
I didn't want a dog.
No.
I told you I didn't want a dog. We had that
Right.
conversation.
We did.
I was clear on that.
You were.
You went and got the dog.
Yes.
And you brought the dog home.
Me and the boys went to Hackett, Arkansas
And
and picked him
then,
out.
after you got the dog, the next day you thanked me for letting us get a dog. You came and said, "Thank you for letting us get a dog." And I'm like,
our boys
I didn't let you do anything.
Our boys wanted a dog, needed a dog. They were 3 and 7. We had just made a big move away from family.
We
Yes,
did.
I probably needed the dog more than they did, but I'll have you know, my goal was to have a dog they could grow with. And when Baxter passed away, Landon was a sophomore in high school. Chandler was a sophomore in college. He'd really become that family dog that we loved and had. But yeah, I was very thankful that not so much that you let us, but at that point you weren't making me take him back. So,
Well, and I remember the day that he left this life, went to dog heaven. It was a rough day for everybody, including me, who didn't want a dog.
Right.
Because you're right, over time, they do draw near to your heart, and they're part of the family. They're part of the story.
Yeah.
They're part of the pictures. They're part of the fun. They're part of the
Yes.
memories. So
Yes.
there's where the value comes in. So hobbies are a great way to make value
They
in
are.
a family system and setting. And so I've got memories from hunting. I've even hunted with you before. You've hunted with me before.
Yes.
You may not recall that, but you have. You've been in the tree stand.
Yeah.
You
I
have.
have, and it's fun, and you get so, you just layers upon layers upon layers. It's super early in the morning. It's super freezing cold. You walk a great distance in the dark to sit and maybe see something, maybe not. The difference in that and window shopping is you're going to see something. It's up to you whether you want to take that
Guaranteed.
shot and pull out your wallet
There
and
you
buy
go.
it. Yeah.
Well, what a fun convo on hobbies, and I'm glad that I get to enjoy your hobbies
Thank
and
you.
that you endure my hobbies.
Well, I can go on a hunting trip with you at some point, maybe.
Okay,
We'll
but
see.
not the gym.
Not
Maybe on the
the
hunting
gym.
trip, but not on the gym. You can't commit to that yet in front of everybody.
No, not that, Jim.
All right.
Okay.
I love doing life with you.
I love doing